let's start with the area. Um, in this figure, we know that the area of the base is where? At the bottom. And if you forget, I want you to think of my cup. When I ask you to point to the base of the cup, where are you going to point to? The bottom, right? Can you open the door? It's a little hot in here. Thank you. So if we're pointing to the bottom, the first thing you want to do is highlight it. That's what we're talking about, right? That's the area. And I had some kids who actually highlighted the whole thing, which is perfect because it reminds you that's the base throughout the whole problem. And there you go. Now, for the first one, the area is what? What is the formula? Length times width, right? What is the length? What is the width? So 7 times 3. I had some kids who got the area of this right here, which technically is correct, but that's not what I was trying to go with this stuff. And I specifically told you what the base was. For the volume, what is the formula for the volume? Area of the base times the height, right? What is the area of the base? We just found it, right? What is the height? What does it give me? Cubic. Was it hard? Super easy. The lateral area, I give you the formula. Lateral area would be perimeter of the base times the height, correct? So I'm going to write that down. Perimeter of the base times the height. What is the perimeter of the base? 20. 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7, right? Perimeter. You just add the sides of the base, right? That's 20. So 20, what is the height? 4. What does it give me? 80 squared inches. Because we're talking about area, notice that the A is right here. We have to use the squared. What do you, what? Which one? Where the 7 is? Yeah, like this right here? It is 4. But we're not using that. It's the same thing. That's the height. Yeah. No, that's not the base. What is the base? What are the measurements of the base? So why are you adding 4? Yeah, we're using it for the height though. Let me highlight the area again. What is the measurement of that? Huh? 3, right? What is the measurement of this line? What is the measurement of this? Okay. Make sure you identify the base very well and find the numbers for each. Yes. There are. That one and that one. They could be. They could be. But here's the thing, guys. That's the problem with the lateral area, that if you use the base as 3 times 4, your lateral area looks different. But the total surface area should still be the same. So for the total surface area, what is the formula? So we know this already, right? That's 80. What is the base, the area of the base? 21. So we get 80, which is what we got here, plus 42, right? What is it? 122 square inches. It doesn't matter which one you pick for the area, for the base, at least this one should have been the same. I think the main problem is that we're not using formulas. So let me give you an example. If somebody tells me I need you to get on this bus at this particular time, go to this building, buy this particular thing, come back, take this other bus, and go to this other particular place and meet me there at a particular time. What are those? Directions, instructions, right? That's what formulas are used for. So that you're not all over the place. They're telling you you need to find this and this and this, and in that order, go all the way down until you find what you need. But I can't skip from the top to the bottom, right? So I can't just go and like out of nowhere appear at the store. I have to get there somehow, right? I want you to think about it that way. Formulas, you have to use them in the order that they're in. Otherwise, they make no sense. They're there to make your life easier, to guide you each step at a time, and that way you don't get lost. And that's why I do all these problems, and you're like, well, he writes too much. Well, I do, because you have to be very detailed. That way you don't forget. For this one, let's just forget about these two, because a lot of you didn't do it. Well, most of you didn't do it. What is the area? First of all, where's the base? The square, right? So what is the area of the base? 3 times 3 is 9, right? So L squared, which is 3 squared, equals 9 meters squared. Correct? That was easy. Somehow people put 4.5. They divided by 2. I don't know why. It's a square. You only divide to find the volume, right? Pyramid, yeah. So for this, it'll be area of the base times the height divided by 3, correct? Do we know the area of the base? 9. What's the height? Divided by 3. Notice how I still keep it in the same order so that I do not forget to divide. A lot of you put 45 and you forgot to divide. So 9 times 5 is 45. When you divide by 3, you get 15. You needed to divide. You need to be careful with those things. Do we have any questions with those? I see. Because you didn't, okay. All right, so for the homework, which you might have to go back, I'm going to change these numbers to 12, make this 9, and make this 5. Now you're going to get one of each. And this, let's make this 8, and make this 8, and make this 15. You have to go back to the video, guys. I'm doing this so I can solve it, and then you do it on your own. So you have to go back to the video and watch it. Sorry. Because otherwise I'll never stop. All right, for this one, I understand that you could have used pi, the one on your calculator, but they specifically tell you to use 3.14 as pi. So that's what I wanted you to use. And for this one, since you already have your calculators, I want you to do it with me. All of you. Because I think one of the biggest problems is that you do not know how to put it on the calculator. How do you find, what is the formula for the volume of the cone? Divided by 3. That's it, right? How do you find the area of the base? Pi times radius squared. What is the radius here? 18, right? 18 squared times the height of 26, all divided by 3, correct? On your calculators, I want you to write this down. In parentheses, put 3.14 times 18. Put the little square which is next to the 4. And then put times 26, close parentheses, and then put divided by 3. Just the way it is. Open parentheses, 3.14 times 18, put the little square, times 26, close parentheses, divide by 3. 8,817. 0.12, right? Centimeters cubed. All of you should have had this one correct because you didn't have to do any calculations by hand. It was all in the calculator. So I don't understand. That's another reason I'm like, what happened? Like you had a calculator and you had the formula. All you have to do is grab numbers and drop them in there. And then press enter. The what? Okay, so good. So what is the next part of that? That was the answer, but thank you for reminding me that. What does it say to the nearest what? So it's actually just 0.1, right? But a lot of you, I still got it. I still give it to you, even if you did not round, just because I need to make sure you know how to do it. That'll be centimeters cubed. And then for the next one, what was it? That'll be area of the base times height. That's it, right? So 3.14 times 18 squared times 32. That's it. You can put it in the calculator the way it is. Again, you need to use your formulas. Now, you use the wrong formula then, because we don't divide for the cylinder. Yes. Oh, it's the same thing, you know? Yeah. All right. Do we have any? Well, we have. What is the answer for the second part? I mean, the third part. That was it. All you have to do was add it. I had some kids who subtracted and somehow multiplied. If you're saying find the volume of the composite figure, meaning the whole thing, all you have to do is add it, right? I didn't think it was a difficult thing. Do we have any problem? Any questions? Yes, go ahead. The what? Because you had another, probably had another number there. Yes. These? No, not yet. Yes. If you use pi on the calculator, that's fine, but they're telling you specifically what to do. That's my main concern. Because if we have a question like that and you have a grid response, when it's like a free response, and you use the wrong thing, you can get the wrong numbers. And you're going to put in the wrong number, you're going to mark it wrong. And you really can't argue with it because they're telling you exactly how they want it. It would still be wrong. So if I tell you that I'm going to give you $100, but I just happen to divide it by 5 and give you 20, would you be okay? Exactly my point. No, they will say, he will tell me, no, no, mister, that's wrong. You said $100, and now you gave me 20 because you divided it. It wouldn't work. Guys, you can get the extra credit for yourself to make you feel a little better. But here's the thing. When you take this exam or any exam, if you don't get it right, you don't get it right. That's the thing. And I need you to get used to that. It's either right or it's wrong. Right? You don't have any other options. All right. So for this one right here, we're doing the same thing. What is the volume of the pyramid? What is the formula for it? Area of the base times the height divided by 3. Now, how do you find the area of the base? It's a square. So L squared, right? Which would be 5 squared. What is the height? 6. Times 6 divided by 3. You can put it in parentheses like that on the calculator. 50. So it'll be 50 cubic inches, right? And for the cube, it's the same way. Well, not really. The formula is different. Area of the base times the height. That's it, right? So it'll be 5 times 5, which is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Now here was one of the things that I was just confused about. When it said the total, y'all got some kind of crazy numbers, but all you have to do was add them up. The total volume of that, yeah, just add them up, right? What confused you? It was wrong? No. I I could have said that you just needed to add them. Guys, what does the word total mean? Everything, all together, right? Total volume. Volume of 1, volume of 2. What is the total volume? Yes. Separately. Separately, yes. Yes. You got 175? That was the other thing, guys. If you did not use my units of measurement, your answers don't work. I still marked some of them right, though. Go ahead. Go ahead. Bye. That's fine. That's a side. If it wasn't for the extra stuff you did, right? As long as you learn from this part, and next time you do, you're a little more careful, I think we'll be fine. The area of the base is always to the bottom, right? For this one, it is. We're not even there, girl. Hang on. Yes, go ahead. Yes. But it was wrong. Okay, I read it fast. All right, hang on. So let's move on. Otherwise, we'll maybe get stuck here. For the TSA of the cube, I specified the cube, only the cube. That is the perimeter of the base, right? Times the height. The perimeter is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 20, right? 20 times the height of 5. What is it? It should have been 100, right? And this should be 25, right? So the 2b, and that'll be 150 inches squared. Do not forget that the lateral area is only a part of the whole thing. But I didn't ask for lateral area. I just wanted the whole thing. Yes. Yeah. With IXL, you were supposed to do that. Oh, in the class? We can do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. For the volume? Good. All right. Well, let's keep going. A cake pan is, guys, I don't mind you guys give me suggestions as long as they're relevant and I know that you're gonna help. Like, I have a lot of ideas, but some stuff works for some people and some don't. So I can't design them just for one person. I have to do like an overall thing. All right, so for this one, we're just working it backwards. We know that it's a rectangular prism. So what is the formula for that? Nope. What is it? Area of the base times the height. Guys, come on. It's a prism. You should know this by now. All the prisms is going to be area of the base times the height. So what do we know about that? The volume is that. We don't know the height, right? A lot of you missed this one. I don't know how. What is this? 120? And then you divide by 120, right? Equals 4. So the height should be 4 inches. That's it. I need you to do it algebraically, guys. This is something that you need to know. You need to be able to work it backwards. You need to. So the lateral area, by now, then now you know what the base is, and now you know what the height is, right? So for the lateral area, it will be perimeter times height, right? So what is the area of the perimeter? I mean, what's perimeter, the measurement of, what is the perimeter? What am I saying? So it's actually this, right? 15 plus 15 is 30, 8 plus 8 is 16, 30 and 8 and 16? 46. Times the height of 4, what do you get? That should have been the lateral area. And then all you have to do is add the perimeter of the bases to that, right? So far, it would have been 184 plus 2b, which, what is the area of the base? 120. And that gave me what? That's it. It wasn't very complicated either. I need you to go back and do this one. I'm going to change the numbers for the same thing right here. Darn it. So let's say that this is 20 and this is 12. And this is 1200. There you go. Okay, good. So that's for the homework. That one right there, but it's going to be with these new numbers. Yeah, moving on. You have to go back to the video. The idea is that I'm putting it in between, so you're kind of forced to go back to the video and watch it and learn it. I need you to study. Yeah, that was the third one. What are you? Where have you been? All right. So the next one. Hey, Kayla, over here. I'm gonna ask you to look at your paper one more time. You see? All right. So how do I find the area of the base here? Wait, but what is this? What kind of shape is it? Triangle prism. Where's the base? Somebody said the bottom. The triangle is the base. Hang on. Hey, shh. Say it again. Why? Can anybody explain why that's the base and not the bottom part? Hang on. Hang on. Not, yes, not necessarily. That's a good one, though. What else? For the rectangular prism, that's the one that the base can be any of them because it's a rectangular prism. These, what are they named after, the prisms? They're named after the base. What is this called? So what is the base? No, that's a pyramid. And yes, that is true. But it's a triangular prism. I want you to remember that if you know the shape, hey, then you know the base automatically because all the prisms are named after the bases. That you shouldn't have a problem with that. So if you know it's a triangular prism, then the base has to be a triangle. So you go to it. That's it. All right. So I want to get through all of them. So let's. Because I was going to move on, but yes. Next time we have a triangular prism, I want you to go and highlight the triangle. And right next to it, this is the base. Yes. All right. Well, you would think we wouldn't need that, but a lot of you need a reminder. You know how many people actually thought the base was the bottom part? And they got the whole thing wrong? So the area of the base would be 8 times 4 divided by 2, right? It's a triangle. So 8 times 4 divided by 2, and that gives me what? 16 centimeters squared. And the volume is area of the base times the height. That's it. It's a prism. Prism don't divide. So area of the base 16 times 7, 112 centimeters cubed. That's it. We're not doing this because you didn't have this land height. You can't do that. Eight times 4 is 32. Divided by 2? Ah. Go back to the video. This guy. All right. The volume of a triangular pyramid is 25 cubic meters. It is important to know what they're talking about. It's a triangular pyramid. So what is the formula? Divided by 3. That's important. Some of you did not divide by 3. I don't know why, and you got it wrong. So it has to be area of the base, which we don't know, right? But we know the volume is 250. We don't know the area of the base, but we know the height is 25 meters, right? Now we can solve for it. How do I get rid of that 2? Here was the other thing that people did wrong. When you divide by 2 over here, it's to get rid of this 2. But we don't mess with this part. We leave it alone. We don't multiply 25 times 2. I'm sorry, 3, not 2. What am I saying? 3. Some of you multiply it and you got 75. I'm like, what are you doing? Yes. Yes, that is good. But however, when I give you decimals, you won't be able to do that. It's just not easy. I need you to learn. You probably think I should do this to make your life miserable. I need you to learn the process before you can start estimating and going into it. You need to know how it's done first. So I can give you any numbers, you'll be able to solve it because you have a way to do it. But if you're always guessing, that's not going to help. To get rid of the 3 at the bottom, that's the only way to get rid of it. She was confused. Hang on. So I have the base, 25, hey, divided by 3. I don't want that 3. I want the b, right? I just want the value of b. How do I get rid of that 3 at the bottom? If it's dividing, maybe you skipped this one last year. But in order to do that, you have to do the opposite, inverse operation. So what is the opposite of dividing by 3? You multiply by 3, right? That takes care of it. It goes away. And you do it to both sides, though. That's a rule. So that gives me 750 when I divide. Here, don't overanalyze anything. It just goes away. I can show you mathematically how, but I want you to understand that it goes away. And you end up with this, right? Divided by 25. And divided by 25. And you get what? B equals 30. That's it. I know. All right, next one. Hang on. I don't have much time. I have to keep going. All right. The next one. A triangular prism has a volume of that. So it's a triangular prism. It's base times height. That's it, right? So we know the volume is 2,500. We know that the sides is 10 by 20, right? So it has to be 10 times 20 divided by 2 because it's a triangular prism. Some of you did not divide by 2 times the height. So 2,500 equals 200 over 2 times h. I know. That'll be 100 times h. That looks easy, right? You just divide by 100. A lot of you did not divide by 2 because, again, you have to identify what you're talking about. Otherwise, you won't know what formula to use. That gives me 25. That was easy. What is this? Okay, and for this one, I already gave you one, that's fine. For this one, all you have to do is plug it into the calculator. Really, that's all you have to do. Plug it into the calculator. So the volume is, and a lot of you got it wrong. You won't believe it. It would be 4 times 3.14 times r cubed all over 3. That's all you have to do to put it in the calculator. Press enter and it gives you the answer, which is what? 100th, right? So that would have been it. That's it. You can put it over, yeah. Next to the little square button, there's a little hat-looking thing, like this. So you put 5 in the little hat, and then it'll go up. You just put 3. And then move the arrow on your calculator. Move the arrow so you can get out of it. And that's it. That means to the power of 3. Because I know you have the square, but not the other one. Yes. Hang on. So I'm going to use this one right here. I want the homework will be like 15 instead of 5 for the radius. Yeah. Instead of 5 for the radius. Yes. I'm going to use it here, might as well. Where? No, the volume equals 2,500. Because you divide 2,500 by 100. When you divide 2,500 by 100, by 3, it's 2, not 3. That's what you did wrong. All right, the last one. Guys, don't lose me. That one should have been easy too, because you have a calculator. So the volume would have been 4 times 3.14 times 7.5 because diameter to the power of 3, close parentheses, all over 3. What is it? $56? And then I said half, so divide that by 2. To what? That would have been 0.3 because I said 100. But I still took the answer as correct. And that would have been inches cubed. All right, for this one, hey, you do that one too. And I want the same thing except for the number is going to be 25 instead. Yes. The what? All right, I'm going to change this one too. Pay attention. Let's make this 25. And let's make this 12. Make this 6. And find the area of the base and the volume. I hope this helped. If not, watch the video.